the medium format is generally a slower way of working to sort of other mirrorless cameras, 35mm mainly. Do you ever find that that's an issue on a wedding day where you may need to capture a moment quickly, or do you use different cameras depending on what you're shooting? Like the medium format maybe for the for the post shots maybe.
Yeah, I have shot weddings entirely on medium format, and I tell you what, like that, talking about like just being able to kind of grab a moment, like I did grab a shot of a girl where she was just doing something really interesting, but I'd just come out of their ceremony and it had been 1600 ISO. It was really dark in there, just one window light, and then she was out in full sun, and I just grabbed the picture because I knew I didn't have time to change the settings. And I have to say, like any other camera, it would have been like utterly binned. It was so overexposed, couldn't see any details at all. And then I just thought, I wonder what I can actually pull back. I mean, the dynamic range is phenomenal. Pulled it back hardly at all, and it just looked exactly perfectly exposed. So I think that as a wedding photographer is when you really see the power of medium format and of the X1D2. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, if you're actually a terrible photographer at weddings, it's going to save you so many times. But most of the time, what I'll do is I'll take the camera and do a mixture kind of through the day. So, if your ceremony room is quite dark, then maybe it's a little bit more challenging to use it, but then have a real play. I just don't ever want to be bored. So when I think, oh no, this isn't a situation where I would use this particular camera, that I will actually use that particular camera to see what I can get as well. So just to challenge myself and challenge the cameras as well, because mirrorless, you can see what you're getting. So it's have fun with it. Always have fun with your photography.
Okay, and sticking with sort of medium format and weddings, we've got a question from Eric. He's asking, how do you feel wedding photography with medium format compares to 35mm in terms of like workflow and image quality? And do clients notice and appreciate the difference?
So in terms of workflow, I've been asked that before. It doesn't slow me down at all in post-production. I think it's just the same speed for me. In terms of quality, you will see a difference. You will see a difference. You will. It is skin tones, fine detail. Obviously, weddings, we're working with girls with white dresses a lot of the time, and the places where other cameras will maybe lose some detail. Hasselblad always retains it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other thing is when you arrive at a wedding with a Hasselblad, like everybody knows what that is. They take you really seriously. There's no Uncle Bob there with the same camera as you, and the amount of respect that you get. And I think when if you're pushing into the luxury wedding photography market, then I would definitely be showing up with high-end cameras to mark myself out as someone who was, really top of my game. But yeah, you will see a huge difference. So shooting them side by side is super interesting, and I've done that a fair bit, both in the studio and at weddings. And there's nothing wrong with any of my other cameras. I do always love the Hasselblad ones just that little bit more. And we're in an Instagram age. You know what the other thing is? They fit the grid a bit better as well.
Okay.